Game 3 to be in second place, Dubs and Mega, and then Saf and Zay still performing so well.
And that's the crazy part. Dubs and Mega, everyone has been rooting for them. They're like that wild card that came out of nowhere, and they really swept the competitive community hard lately.
That's right. So I did get word. We have Jordan
NA really showing up and showing off today. It's amazing, seemingly tapping in that nail in the coffin. Such a please pardon the pun, I have to say, calculated game here from Calculator and Macwood. Guys, well matted, well utilized. You dominated high ground, seemingly all of that in-game there. Walk me through that process of getting that high ground, attaining, and then dominating for the rest of the game.
Well, we were able to pick up 2 lucky eliminations on that outer circle of 4th zone, I think it is, and we were able to use our mats to build up. We were lucky high and got lucky with a couple zones.
Amazing. Well, I mean, again, you have 3 games left to go. The strategy, is it going to continue to shift around a little bit, or are you guys going to maintain what you've been working on thus far?
I didn't hear the question.
Strategy, maintaining thus far. You guys have a very calculated and very patient game, seemingly leading all the way up to the end of the end game. Right, walk me through your strategy for the end of the next 3 games.
Shoot them in the head.
Shoot them in the head. You heard it here first. Back to you, GV and Monster.
Calculator gets one opportunity to show the world his prowess and knowledge of Fortnite, and he just says shoot them in the head. You gotta respect it.
You know, some people, it's just that simple, and hey man, maybe he's just wired that way, right? We're all wired a little differently. Calculator has clearly got his head on his shoulders, and he's ready to just shoot things. Yeah,
but Macwood was the one doing a bulk of the shooting in that last game. 7 eliminations for Macwood. He looked so great, and you would expect the young Calculator to be the one that leads the charge on slaying, but Macwood, man, holding it down. And let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I mean, you know, Macwood not that much older, right? But I think it's just important to note that you have to have teammates at any point in time to just pop off. You need that. It's so necessary. You gotta shoot your teammates. That's what makes a lot of these moves so successful.
Yes, I mean, we've seen it from the start of every round. Some teams are just more aggressive than others, and they know it.
A lot of great moments in that game, and good news for us is that we got Sundown standing by to break it all down. Sundown, over to you.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy and Monster. Now, we talked about safe and that. We just got to talk with Macwood and Calculator, but Dubs and Mega had an incredible game. Into the mid as they transitioned into a top 2 performance. So let's dive right on in. What allowed to make them into the top 3. First, notice their defense in the bottom corner, but the rifle fire together. The second they see the field down, they're able to pick up one. Mega charge here. He picks up all 4 of their first elims. You can see Waller picked up, and the trap is so intelligent. Double ticks going through, places the ramp so it's phased. Knowing the yellow is there, pushes in 2 more elims, chug splashes. Dubs stays up with just barely enough HP, and you can see he's trying to trap the floor every single time. Gets the mid-ground control. 5th elim for Mega. We talked about how high their ceiling was, but unfortunately using the shockwave to go down and end up at a low ground disadvantage. Calculator and Macwood able to rise out, but now Mega and Dubs have pushed into that top 3, challenging to be the first ever World Championship duo. The team who has possibly the highest ceiling, full qualified solos and duos. The question is, in the last half, the last 3 games, will they be able to keep it up? Will NA stay on top? Will Serpent and Hype represent Oceania and upset the apple cart? I'm about ready to see some Hype myself. Let's throw it back inside for the last 3 games. Get them away.
Well, you got you covered, baby, because these games have been incredible. And if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome to the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City. We're in the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Game 3 just concluded. We had 3 different winners across 3 different games. This is our duos competition. These players are playing for a lot of money and prizing. So much on the line here. Lives will change forever after today for those players that are on the stage. Some of the folks you're seeing on your screen right now. Different got Vinny and Zextro. They're right there. Zay and Saf, 3 games in, still holding on to first place. It has been wild stuff. Welcome, I'm Golden Boy alongside with Monster D-Face here, and it's been a great day. Really, there's nothing more that you could possibly say about it. And as I had mentioned before, the prizing, the money that are battling it out for first place will take home $3 million. Second place gets $2.2 million.
You get
here?
4 millionaire duos before the weekend is over. Not to mention all the fame and confidence. So
oh, yeah.
I think you'll be pretty well off at that point. But everyone's a winner here. We're here to celebrate all of the competitors that made it this far to the Fortnite World Cup.
10th place. That's where you really start to rack up the coin. But game 4 now about to begin. Here we go, folks. Let's see who's going to come on. Repeat winner. Are we going to get a new one to add to the list? It's now time. The battle bus is loaded up. Let's start game 4.
And you know what? Every game so far, we've seen a new winner. I love that. Same thing with the Pro-Am. There was always some new duo showing that, hey, we've been playing this game. We're ready to take a victory. Everyone here has the potential to come out on top. And you see it unfold in those final moments.
Throughout the weekend, we've been doing interviews, meeting with fans, and talking to people, a lot of folks about who's going to win. And I know it sounds like a cop-out answer, but I'll be very real with you all. I have no freaking idea. Because it truly is. This is a battle royale game. At any point in time, you can have Macwood and Calculator just having the game of their lives in game 3. And now look, boom, they're going to be sitting in the top 10. I mean, how do you even predict that?
We nearly saw it with Zay and Saf. I think anyone with good logic can clearly put their money on people that have had prior experience, but even that is not enough because Macwood and Calculator showing that, hey, you know what? We don't even need over here to slay.
Dubs and Mega, they're in second place. They made their names in these qualifiers that led us up to this point. They did not find themselves in land. This is the first time these young men are up there playing on this stage. When I was their age, I couldn't even believe that I would be capable of doing something like that. And they're doing it, and they're doing it with style. And then to make matters worse for everyone else in the server, they've been so consistent, deadly through and through.
Yeah, that's right. And they're in second place, no victory royale. So just showing that if you step to their box, you're gonna get hurt. We saw Mega with a masterful, and I mean beautiful performance under Storm Surge pressure. He didn't even blink an eye, still fighting other players, fighting his way out of that desperate situation. Volks and Parpy, let's just hop into this duo right here. We'll talk about him a little bit. They are known for sticking to the hip in PvP. Earlier today, we saw Volks get traded out, but it wasn't just like an easy trade. They were actually winning the engagement up until that point, just showing that they have the skill. And that's the OCE region, right? One of the most feared regions here at the qualifiers, because of the fact that you just had to get wins. You had to be #1 in the region.
When talking to players, I would ask them, what are you looking to avoid? And every time, if it was, you know, the NAU players, they would say, I'm just trying to avoid OCE or Brazil. I don't want to have to deal with that. Because they play the hyper-aggro style, and they just don't care who you are. They're going to go for the fight.
I mean, you saw Scarlet and Bell in that first game. I truly thought they were going to take the whole thing. It was so close.
Even Sinnoh on the Pro-Am yesterday, another top player
he finished second.
Region, finished second. he was just Pro-Am. Obviously, it was different competition there, but he was just going into boxes. He didn't care. Not a care in the world. Now, Volks and Parpy do find a player above here, right by the jet stream.
And he hit him once for Whites already, so that means there is no shield on that player. You can have up to 100 effective shield. That player's dangerously weak, and folks just keep an eye on him. He doesn't know if he slipped out already, and says, you know what, I'm going to go back to my teammate. It's a little too risky getting split up here.
Play for the game situation. 7SSK is going to be dealing once again with Spades and Crimson. Seems like a for them. Cannot seem to win out on this fight. Crimson's going to be down though, so the advantage could be going in the favor of Jamside and 7SSK. Spades going to have the high ground, now having to deal with a 1v2. Does he have what it takes to pull this one off? He doesn't own that wall. He has no more builds to work with as well. They're going to push out, and Spades couldn't deal with it, and that's going to be the win there for those two.
You would think for Jamside and SSK, like, hey, you know, we've been landing here, haven't been successful. Do you mix it up? They say, nah, I'm going to stick to my guns here, because everyone's a winner, regardless.
The VP boys coming out on top. Week 6 qualifiers for them. And they just that one game so many players get that one game that catapults them into the top 10. Then the momentum shifts. The confidence starts to rise up. You think to yourself, I am capable of being able to do this.
Girl looking for it right here. Love this dual perspective right now. Mongo's actually looking for a side angle. He's going for the offense, pushing out. Is he tracking this player down? It's really hard to tell. They're getting into, really just going deeper into Neo Tilted. If you hang on the outskirts or by the slips, you're at huge risk for getting dived onto. It looks like you say, you know what, we're just going to continue to push on through. Those guys dive off it. Those markers are actually the trackers. They say, hey, they're going this way. Mongo still wants a piece of it.
Players are moving and crowded Neo Tilted. A new area that was introduced just a little while ago. Some players were towers at home. This was a drop spot for so many, like Nick Merckx, Aiden, right? But ever since it changed, you started to see players second guess whether or not they wanted to go to new Tilted. Talking to Aiden earlier, we went out there and pizza.
It's just a different layout. As things start to shift, different comforts kind of tend to evolve and whatnot here. But we have Twiz in cover H looking for a push down right now, and they have the position, they have the high ground, and it's just a matter of do we want to dive down. They don't want to give up. They're able. They know this duo below them have a flip knock. Flip knock can do so much damage if you peek the wrong way. Minimum can hit you for about 80.
From New Zealand had a chance to talk to them for that piece, and great to see that friendship, the communication that they have with one another, something that a lot of these duos that can't get or duos don't really have. They don't have that cohesion, that chemistry that these two will have, right? That Zap and Zane would have as well.
Crazy to think there's 89 players in the lobby and 48 duos, so a lot of disengages, a lot of solos out there right now. Beanstar and Hunter looking to defend themselves right now, and it's just a cat game right here, cat and mouse game. What are they going to do? They actually shockwave on out of there, and into the slip they go. They're out. They're trying to get away. That was a shadow bomb right there, and he's gone.
Yeah, I was a little worried about that duo that was coming in, but the storm is creeping up now. This is only phase 1. Nyx gets knocked by Zexro. Saw that in the elimination feed just a second ago. Item and Derox out in the wide open.
It looks like actually they saw Mend right there building by himself in a 1-4 wooden shack. And they're pushing the shack now. So Twiz is going to hear these shots off in the distance, but looks like we're hopping over to the Loot Lake area where it's Macwood and Calculator. Going against Daedra and Miz. This is a top 10 contenders right here.
The Game 3 winners now have to deal with Daedra and Miz. Shots as well, snipe shots. You just heard that one squeak by Daedra. Be careful, there's some more shots being laid out. Disengaged as well. That safe zone. You don't want to have to deal with the storm, obviously. It's still early games here, so you're not going to be ticked for too much. You're really looking for this next zone. Where are you going to start to move here? And this, again, it's going to be so slow to start because as you get closer and closer to the end, game 4, critical game, Monster. So many points you can earn from this. Flying into the top 10 potentially if we have a new winner that was outside of it. This is where players start to, I guess it really sets in on them that they're going to be playing for $3 million in prizes.
Yeah, if it hasn't already, I don't know what world they're living in, but here it is. Twiz goes for the shockwave overhead, and it's Derox who eats a chunky one right there. Cover H looking to chop this bad boy down. In comes the Stickers. Is it going to be enough, though? The pressure is so real right here.
Cover H doing it not only for themselves, doing it for New Zealand. Everyone watching them at home, and that is going to be one elimination through. I saw that one pop up. That's number 1 for this duo. The challenge comes in, and that's the win there. 2 elims total. Twiz gets them both.
tried to get out there and play the trap play, but it was not enough. 7 SSK and Jamside have rotated in from Paradise Found.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Down comes the build.
Oh, no.
He should be close enough. Yeah, he is going to be able to catch himself, and the
no.
build battle goes off.
Coverage is going to be down. Jam side. 7 SSK7. You're looking at Jam's perspective here. Going in for the fight, and after winning that one out, it's going to be Jam and 7 SSK7 that get the better of the boys from New Zealand.
They found their stride coming into Game 4 so far, and that means they're in the running right now. 4 feelings is enough to put you on just about page 2, top 20. And we talked about it. You can make it to that top 20 bracket. You're still in the running so far because there are several more games left before this thing is over here. This calculator. Find yourself very high in the sky right here. He's got a nice little base. They're just waiting.
Yeah, waiting it out. Players that were forcing him out before. Oh no. Trying to hear the explosions, knocking him out.
Wow, he actually sent a shot when the split came in and hit Cease with that. How Cease knocked right there?
Again, when it comes to that, you never know where you're really going to expect your players will always pull something out of the hat and surprise you each and every time. I was looking over at Macwood, who's playing defense. Calculator now really having to deal with 2 players angling shots at him. Macwood back into a fighting position, a fighting posture to help his buddy out.
It's so unfortunate because they were just about to push to seal the deal and elevate there, and that third party up on the mountain
Slows things down. Elevated Seas having to deal with the stinkers. Will be moving out of the fight now.
I love it right there. He uses the stinkers to back him up, and since he doesn't take friendly damage from it, he pushes right into enemy territory here. He's so offensive. He's on the enemy tracks.
Oh, man.
Macwood gets owned right there.
Not what you wanted to see happen after winning game number 3, but Elevate and Seas, we mentioned them before. They just need that moment to pop off so everyone here in New York can see what they're capable of. Such a great duo, but now having to deal with another fight. To Elevate, what a shot there on Calculator, sending a package.
Calculator did a great job, though. He did win his straight off against Cease. Ronaldo and Zip are just nearby, though. Looks like they've heard the commotion. They're getting closer, and it's nowhere. Getting closer, trying to see what he can do here. And Zip's going to fall down here because of the shockwave.
Yeah, Norwood was the one down low, hearing all of the action happening. Zip and Ronaldo now in front of us. Do they manage to get this wall, just get ownership of it? But the ramp is going to be placed, giving him time to wiggle out of that moment of time.
And Norwood actually used all of his shockwaves there to disengage.
Yeah, it's not really worth it. By yourself, evidently. Oh, man. And that's Norwood. Norwood tried.
He didn't get far.
He did not get far at all, my friend. But there's the other duel right in front of him.
all good because they have launch pads. They can get up and over their forward angles.
I understand we did get some moments of Mongrel earlier on as he's trying to see what players are going to start to make some moves. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. We'll come back and see where they are currently.
Oh my, up that. Nice! Nice! Oh my god, nice!
And that's why this is one of the best duos in Fortnite. Way to clutch up in those moments, man. Yeah, the nerves, they have to be shaking there. But Mongrel, just a steely stare. Love it. Love to see it.
Get out there and get yourself a duo that's going to clutch up for you today in the Fortnite game.
If your friend ain't doing it, drop him. You don't need him.
That's right, but you heard him. He said we're going to win loud and confidently. Mongrel and Mitro are here.
And they're here to win this game. That's the mission. But everyone else, all 33 duos that remain here have that same objective in mind. Luckily for them, I think that circle does work out for them just a tad.
And there it is, Storm Surge. It's now live.
And it's going to hurt some people.
You either have to do damage or less than 50 players have to be in the lobby. So 6 individual players right
Gustavo's
now are under it. Yep, that's it. Gustavo gets owned right there. Is Wishy going to be able to do something about it?
Storm Surge in effect. Dubs and Mega once again. They're in second place in the leaderboards. 3 games have worked out very, very well for them.
They can see that effect. You can see the Storm Surge around you.
51 players. Only 1 player needs to be eliminated, and that will be it.
Because you know what? We balling. They out. They're going. They're trying to get that zone plan for placement right now. And do you blame them? Why not? They're in the lead right now. All they have to do is consistently